Yeah, so I'm Sri Lakshmi. So I did my BSMS in IISER Trivandrum. And right now I'm doing my PhD in Valerie Bott's team in the Institut Curie Paris. So I work on the chromosome dynamics and recombination lab at here, and mainly my work revolves around DNA synthesis and monitoring the polymerases involved in things. So basically, I'm just continuing whatever I did for my master's. Yeah. So for us, I think in March is when we went to lockdown, and we kind of knew that it was coming. So all of us were like kind of finishing whatever we were doing and didn't start any big experiments or didn't order expensive stuff so that nothing went to waste. I'm completely into wet lab, so there's nothing that I could have done from home. And I have no basics in bioinformatics as such. So I tried learning, but that wasn't happening. So there was nothing about my project I was able to do other than read about it. So, and also like my prof was really understanding, so she wasn't like pushing us to like be extra productive. She would ask what did you do this week, and if you just reply that I read, she was okay. She didn't even ask what you read. I mean, it's a 3-year thing, the PhDs. So for the final years, it was a bit like, so ideally they have to defend in September. So they start writing and all the thesis work happens in March. So for all of them, it suddenly stopped and they're not meeting anyone. So ideally, like you write the thesis, you go to your supervisor, you go to your thesis committee members, you ask for them, you sit with them and you read it and you present and things like that happens. And that too, right now, thesis defenses are happening over Zoom. But people who like then they know how this was to be done. And you can imagine like after the 3-year big thing and finally you're about to end and then things stop. I think we realize the importance of working as a team. You
Okay.
realize
Yeah,
that
that's true. That's true.
not only your research.
Uh,
Yeah, because when I was stuck in my lab, I would just go to my PhD who was sitting next to it. I would ask, like, and it would like be a simple M1, V1, M2, V2 situation. But I would have that person, and that person would save me another 10 minutes, and I can move faster.
Very true.
I started appreciating all of that now because after lockdown, when we went back, so I think we were under lockdown for 3 months. And then when we started, we were working in shifts. So ideally, none of us met each other also. So I used to work in the morning, and when I left, the other person used to come. So then again, I started realizing that even when I'm back to the lab, I'm not getting the full hang of it because I don't have my people around. So I realized that my project is not just my project. Like I really need my
People, yeah.
professor and my other PhDs who have nothing to do with my project as such. Now things are not being normal, but we have a new normal at least. I guess like they would figure out a way of how to bring back things to like at least so that people can do science in some way or
Right.
the other. And I don't think people need to compromise their aspirations to go abroad and go do a PhD just because of this. But I know it's difficult, but I have hope that things would be better and at least they would make things at least like copable. Don't make applying abroad the priority, the lab your priority, and make what you want to do your priority.
That's a
Like
very good suggestion. Yeah.
yeah, because I mean it happened to me. That's why I'm saying, because after fourth year we see all our seniors posting pictures and we are seeing them
Yeah.
like, oh, they're going there, they're going here. So let's not. But what we are missing is that they're doing research alongside and they're doing all this on weekends and posting it on Instagram. Make your science your priority, like what you want to do, what you really want to do. If there is a very good lab in India that supports your research, I would
Then
say
yeah.
for that. For me personally, I have anxiety issues, like proper anxiety issues, and I am seeking help. So I think for me, the lockdown didn't make it worse. I don't know why. I think lockdown kind of gave me time for myself, which I wanted. So I'm thankful that I had my friends and I had my people who were understanding, my lab, my friends, everybody. So the whole thing of an uncertainty sometimes creeps in and I get like anxiety attacks. But um, I think people here understand better, obviously, than like when I mail my prof that I don't think I'm coming today. I had a panic attack. She says, okay, that's all. I mean, that's all I also need. So right now I have people from ICER who are right now in their third year, and they've just got into the third year or like figuring out their majors, and they're asking, so Chechi, what are your plans after PhD? And I'm like, God, I already have enough existential crisis. Don't add to that. I would also just to like expand your skill set. Uh, when you are given the reality check that things are not going to happen your way, expand your skill sets, like learn more things, and like as you said, try to keep it open like a bit, like not very specifically attached to one dream. And I hope things are going to get better soon. But if you are really like you want to go into science, and if you're really not sure as to what you will do after PhD, like even that is okay. But I'm saying that it's always good to have different skill sets, know about different things, or you should be a like a voracious reader and read everything that's happening in other research. You don't have to actually do it also, that's also fine.
You can just self-study
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, just be updated on whatever things are happening on other fields, that's also okay. But unless you don't have your thing figured out, it's always good to be open and know everything.